everybody, it's Liz and Kayla here.
Hi.
And we're here today to share with you our projects for February using the February kit for Discount Paper Crafts. And I'm going to put the link below to the shop, Kathy's shop of course, and a direct link to the kit available at Discount Paper Crafts right now for the month of February. And it is such a beautiful kit, you guys. You guys will love it. I know I did. Did you love it, Kayla?
Yes.
It's really beautiful. I have just a few things from the kit, and of course the rest is on the cards because a lot of the stuff, we ended up using on all the cards. But let me show you the main thing on the kit. You get this beautiful collection of papers, and this is the Marion Smith Garment District collection. And you guys, it is so beautiful. It's 6x6 papers. There's a total of 24 papers in the pack. There's 3 of each, and of course they're all double-sided. There's 8 different designs, and the papers are just so gorgeous. Let me just show you just a few, just so you guys can have an idea. It's very vintage. There's a lot of beautiful images. Of course, I used a lot of the paper, you guys, so a lot of this is scraps, but I just want to show you just a few pages so you can see how beautiful they are.
Very nice.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And it is like it is a vintage sewing theme that, occurs in a lot of the pages. I love this page. Wait till you see what we did with this particular page. But there's a lot of dress forms. There's some spools, vintage threads, and it's just a really, really pretty collection. I love that it comes with little tags that you can cut out. There's a lot of fussy cutting that you can do with these papers. It's a wonderful collection. And again, this is Marion Smith's Garment District. Just look at that. Great colors too, you guys. Lots of pinks, some neutrals, and gray. Look at this beautiful. It's like
I love the Just Stand.
I know, right? They're so pretty. It's a beautiful collection. But these are just some of the papers that I had whole. The rest are just a ton of scraps, you guys. We used a lot of the papers as much as we could for this, our February projects. But let me show you what else. So you get the entire pack of papers, of course. You're going to get this really, really neat pack. It's called Junk and Gems, and it's also by Marion Smith. And it comes with some really pretty resin flowers. There's a total of 3 in here, but we used 2 of them already. And this is the last one. And there's some beautiful little rhinestone pieces that are just so pretty. They are very, very sparkly, very good quality rhinestones. And you'll see them on the card, like how we use them. But beautiful collection of Junk and Gems by Marion Smith. This comes in the kit as well. And you will also get a little mini paper blooms. These are by Kaiser Craft. They're in a dusty pink color. And there's 10 mini blooms per pack. We used quite a bit. As you can see, there's 4 left. Such a beautiful color. It coordinates so well with the papers. Really, really beautiful. And what else do we have? We've got some gorgeous trims, you guys. Kathy sent us, 2 gorgeous trims. And these are by May Art, and they are called the Sheer Looped Trim. And you get this in pink, and it's a beautiful light pink color. Very, very pretty. It's an entire yard that you get. And it comes with a cute little chipboard tag that you can, of course, use in your projects. We didn't get to use ours, but they're just so stinking cute. We'll probably use them on something else. But love the cute little tags. So we use some of this pink trim in our project. And we also use some of this beautiful ivory. So it's the Ivory May Arts Looped Trim. Very, very pretty, you guys. It's beautiful. It's got a little bit of an iridescent feel going on. It's really pretty. Cute little chipboard tag, of course. And then you also get 5 cardstock, by Basil, 8.5 by 11, and very, very sturdy cardstock. I unfortunately don't have much to show you. I just have this little piece left of pink. The colors that Kathy sent with the kit are perfect. You will see them when I show you the cards, but they coordinate so well with the papers. You don't have to go and dig around for cardstock. Everything that you possibly need to create beautiful cards and projects is in the kit. And of course, it's not just for cards, as we will show you. We made a few cards, but we did alter an item as well. So this kit is perfect for anything, not just for cards, you guys. But the cardstock Very sturdy, okay? Extremely, I love it. It's beautiful. And then you also get a piece of, this was a 6x6 piece of coordinations in Black Magic. And I love working with this stuff because, you know, you can emboss it, you can sand on it, and it reveals the color underneath, which in this case is this beautiful pink color. Really pretty, and you'll see how we used it in our projects. So, really wonderful kit, you guys. You also get some flowers. You get some I Am roses, of course. We've used them all up, so I will show you in the card what we did, okay? So that's part of the kit, you guys. Everything else we used up, and it's part of our project. So we're going to start off with our first card. A little higher, baby girl. And look at that. Now, what did we do? This is a beautiful card we created, right?
We used our blue basil cardstock in the back, and we painted this with our pouncer tool, and we painted the edges with our pouncer tool. You
want to bring it closer so they can see the detail and how we did that? Look at that. That's pretty, right? It gives it a very vintage look. Very shabby chic.
And we added this cute little doily and some tags.
Yeah, these are cutouts from one of the, oops, sorry. These are cutouts from one of the papers. We just basically, cut them out with our trimmer. And Kayla distressed all of the edges with the Tim Holtz Distress tool. And what ink did we use to age them, Kayla?
Vintage Photo.
Very good. We used Vintage Photo. And bring this up just a little bit. There we go. Now, what else did we do?
We stamped this one and put Photo Beautiful.
That's just a stamp from our stash.
And here are some leaves and an I Am roses.
Yeah, this one is actually not part of the kit. This one is from our stash. But the rest of them, I'll show you in a second, are from the kit itself.
Here's some little buttons we added. We thought that'd be cute, some sewing stuff. And a piece of measuring.
Yeah, it's like a tape measure. And this is really cool, you guys. This is fabric. And this is actually, I believe, from Michael's. I got it a long time ago. But it's, from our stash. And it's a beautiful pink color. So we just cut that out. And what we did is we had, we kind of made it look like a little ruffle almost. So you could see that up there. Like, give it a wavy look. That's what we wanted to do.
And then we add some cute little rhinestones up here.
Yeah, see, take a look at these rhinestones. Look how beautiful they sparkle. So pretty, you guys. And these are, the Marion Smith Junkin Gems. So pretty. We just added 2 on top. The little leaves are by Spellbinders, and they were die cut using the leftover piece from, the card base, which is a beautiful turquoise color. So pretty. The edges were inked with Vintage Photo again. A little bit of the petals on top were also inked with Vintage Photo, just to give it a more vintage look. Very cute card. And this card, basically what we did is we just took 2 pieces of pattern paper and we adhered them to the card base. As you can see, here's a seam. And very easy card. As you can see, everything that you could possibly need. I mean, what we used, I try to use items that I know most of us have. We all have buttons, and flowers. This you could use any type of trim. Of course, we could have used the pink trim or the ivory trim. That would have been perfect as well. So the kit is very complete, you guys. You can add a few things from your stash, but it's just a perfect kit all on its own. So this is our first card. And here's our second. Look how beautiful. I love it. It came out so nice, right? The size of this card, we made all different size cards. This one is 5 by 5. So it's a perfect square. And we used the brown basil cardstock for this one. So it's it's a beautiful neutral brown color that goes very well. See? Look how nice that looks. You want to talk about the card?
Well, we adhered these papers on here, and we cut this one out with this cute little dress stand with a flower. And it says R and G. And we used Vintage Photo on the edges. And then we emboss this.
No, that's a Martha Stewart punch, remember? We took a strip of the brown cardstock, and remember that we had left over from the base, and we punched on both sides using a Martha Stewart, I guess the around the page punch, but this is just the border one. So we used that on 2 sides, and then we adhered another piece of pattern paper on top of that,
And added some pearls.
Well, we used the trim. We remember first we used that ivory trim.
And then we used some.
And then we used the pearls. This is the ivory trim that we use that comes with the kit.
Very
we just
pretty.
Took a strip and adhered it onto the paper, and then we added the pearls on top of that. Okay, what else?
And then we have a little doily back here. And we have this little button. It's like a pin.
It's actually, this is a spool. It's like a thread spool, you know, the top of the spool. And this was fussy cut from one of the papers, and we tucked it underneath the flower cluster.
And these are I Am Roses.
And these are the ones that come in the kit, you guys. These brown ones right here. The two larger flowers are from, this one's from my stash, and this one is from an older design team package that we had. The color was just perfect for the card, so we used that. It's pretty, right? Because you can see some of the turquoise inside.
And some more spellbinder leaves.
Some more spellbinder leaves.
And a button back here.
This button was cut out of chipboard using the Tim Holtz sewing room die, and then we used a piece of pattern paper, adhered it on top, and then vintage photo on the edges, right?
And then we have some more spellbinder leaves in different shapes, and we use vintage photo on top.
Yeah, you know how you can use the spellbinder dies and you can stencil. We just left the die cut piece inside the die, and then we sponged some of this vintage photo on top, and it creates this beautiful accent. Love the way those leaves come out. Very pretty. And let's see, what else did we do here? We knew we wanted to show this little dress form down here, and over here there's like an image of some cute little scissors. But we had these cute little scissor charms, and we got these a while back at Hobby Lobby. So we adhered it on top of the little scissors image, and it's just really cute. So it's like a really cute little pair of scissors at the bottom. And of course we used some more rhinestones on top.
Very pretty.
Look how beautiful they sparkle. I love them. And Kayla, I think we did mention we inked all of the papers with vintage photo. The cluster is very dimensional, you guys. This strip here was adhered. The cardstock part was adhered with foam tape, and then the pattern paper on top of that, there's foam tape underneath it as well. So it's very dimensional, and it just stands out. You know, it comes out from the page, so to speak. So it really stands out. I love this card. It's beautiful. And we left the inside, you know, pretty much blank to have lots of room to write our message. So, just beautiful. Okay.
Here's our next card.
I think this one's my favorite.
Very pretty.
Right? This one is gorgeous. It came out really, really nice, you guys. And on this one, we used the Ivory card base by Basil. So pretty. It went really well. I mean, just, it makes everything pop, you know. Stands out really nice. And, of course, the pattern papers in the background, as you can see.
I really like this one.
I do like this one, too. And we wanted to do, you know, bigger cards. So this one is 5.5 by 5.5, I believe. No, I take it back. I think this one's 5 by 5. It just looks bigger because of this piece here that we have, you know, kind of lopsided. I really wanted, this card is heavy. I wanted a lot of layers. We wanted it to be, you know, fully embellished. Very vintage. It's beautiful. So what we did is, you know, you take the cardstock base, like I said, it's 5 by 5. We added the pattern paper to that, and then I took another piece here of cardstock and added another piece of pattern paper, of course, and everything is layered with foam tape in between the layers. And this little doily is actually a die cut from Cherry Lynn's Dies, which Kathy has in her shop, of course. She was gracious enough to send me a few of these die cuts a while ago, and I've had them in my stash for a while, and I thought it'd be perfect to use them on this card. So we have that there.
We have one of our resin roses.
Yes, these are the beautiful resin roses we were telling you about in the Junk and Gems collection. Look how beautiful they are.
To give it dimension, we used 2 pieces of dimension tape on top of each other.
Right underneath, they just look it stand out more. But look how gorgeous, beautifully detailed. The leaves, everything, it's so pretty. Here's the other one that we used, and they're beautiful turquoise color. That goes really, really well with this collection.
Very nice.
Do you want to talk about the stamped image?
We stamped on a corset, and we used distress stains to paint the roses, leaves, and the dress itself.
The corset.
And we inked the edges with a vintage photo, and we used some glitter on the roses.
Yeah, you could see some of the, we used some stickles, some distress stickles in pink to make the flowers stand out more. But yeah, like Kayla said, this is just a stamp from our stash. We just stamped it onto a white piece of cardstock. And we used archival ink, of course, because we knew we were going to work with, distress stains. And we just used a different, we used what, antique linen, we used vintage photo, peeled paint, and spun sugar. Those are the 4 that we used, and we took a water brush, and Kayla colored everything in, and I think she did such a beautiful job.
Thank you.
You really did. I mean, look, you even stayed within the lines. Awesome.
Not much on the leaf.
It's okay. I think it adds character. I think they're beautiful. So that's what we did to color the image, and I think it came out great. And of course, these are labeled, I want to say labeled 18 by Spellbinders, and we just have one cardstock piece and then the other one on top of that. And it's really pretty. And for our flower cluster, this one here is from our stash, and these are from the kit. The 2 little pink ones are the Kaisercraft Dusty Pink Roses. Here's another one up here.
And we have some spray.
And we have some little, they're actually little stamens. These are from our stash, and we have them tucked in the flower cluster.
Some up here too. And
do you want to talk about the piece of lace we used? Look at that.
Very nice.
Did you forget about it? Yeah, we have just a piece of lace that runs across the card. This is just from our stash. Beautiful ivory color, and it's a great touch to the card.
We made a little spool and used our pink ribbon, pink lace, and we added a button, and to make it look like a real button sewed on there, we put some string in there to make it look like an actual button, but it's really just the pieces.
Yeah, it's just a chipboard button, you guys. Chipboard button, and then a piece of pattern paper on top of that, inked with vintage photo, and then the little spool was cut from, a leftover piece of the ivory cardstock, inked with vintage photo, and then we basically added some of the little pink May Arts trim around the little spool. So
and
it
used a lot of dimension tape.
Yes, it came out really cute. I love this card. I think it's my favorite. It's beautiful.
And then we also have our little leaves.
Yes, more Spellbinder leaves. These are from the foliage dies too.
We used so many.
And these were cut from a different piece of cardstock, I think from the card that we showed you previously. Because, you can do a lot with the leftover pieces. Once you cut your card base, if you cut your cards bigger, not necessarily, A2 size, but like this one was a 5x5. Sometimes you get little bits. You don't need to throw them away, of course. You can use them to cut out leaves, our buttons, spools, anything that you need. So it's a perfect kit. You get plenty of paper to work with. So this is our 3rd card. We have a couple more to show you. And we created a masculine card, you guys. Take a look. These papers are perfect not only for, shabby chic or vintage girly themes, but there's a few pages on there that are just perfect to create a masculine card. When I saw the page that had all the little hats, I knew I had to use it. It was just so stinking cute, right? Don't you just love it? So we created this card in a masculine theme, of course, and we used the black cardstock that comes with the kit. This card measures 5.5 by 5.5. It's a larger card, and it's just so cute. Of course, it's simple with just enough details, and I love it. I love this card. And all of the papers are inked again with the vintage photo. This piece here is another piece left over from, once you cut the card base. Black cardstock and a piece of pattern paper on top of that.
And a little note card.
Yeah, this was fussy cut from one of the papers, you guys. It's really cute. It's a little mustache, and then it's got a little tag, and what does it say?
He said.
He said. Isn't that cute?
And same with the hat. We just fussy cut it out. And used some dimension tape. It's really cute. And I painted this clock black, and it looks very nice. It
does look very nice. This is actually a leftover piece of chipboard. It's a Leaky Shed chipboard piece. It's called Clock Number 2, and Kathy carries Leaky Shed chipboard products in her store, so you guys can definitely, go check that out as well. This was a leftover piece from when we did our couture purse. So it was like half of the chipboard, but we tucked it behind everything, and it just works really, really well with the card. And here we have a chipboard gear just from our Tim Holtz die, and we painted it gunmetal and then used some black gesso on top of that. And you can see the little grungy details real cool from the way that we painted it on there with a stiff brush. You can see all the lines. These are Spellbinders rectangles, and we stamped a car image. This is a Tim Holtz stamp, and we just used archival ink to stamp that onto some ivory cardstock.
I think it's really cute.
It really is. And all of the edges are inked with vintage photo to give it a more aged look. In the background you see a piece of burlap trim that just goes right across. And over here we've got one of the little Tim Holtz word bands, and this one says enjoy the journey, and we attached it with some little twine that basically wraps around the back of this little panel here. It's really cute. Some doodle twine from a previous package. So very, very nice card. Very perfect masculine card, I think. It's beautiful.
I love doodle twine.
I love doodle twine too. And here's our last card. This one's your favorite. Well, you know what? I think this is my second favorite because it is beautiful.
Yes.
This is a larger card again. It is 5.5 by 5.5, and I think we've got to rush because we're running out of time. But it's 5.5 by 5.5. This is the pink cardstock that we used. Of course, lots of layers again. You used the patterned paper. Then we have another layer here. And I've got a little tip just in case you guys don't know about it, but these sheets that Kathy sent are 8.5 by 11. So sometimes when you cut the larger sizes, you don't have big enough cardstock left over if you want to do, you know, some more layering. So what I did, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, and that's the point. I took 2 pieces of the cardstock, and what I did is I, you know, butt them together, and on the back I added a piece of tape so that they could, you know, stay in place. And then I adhered the pattern paper on top of that. And then once I did that, then I can cut my background to the size that I need. And you can barely see the seam. It's like right there. But it's just a perfect way to use those little small pieces to work for you when you have, you know, when you're working with a smaller piece of paper. I did the same thing with this piece here. And this piece is just a piece of pattern paper, and we used a stamp that I had in my stash to stamp this beautiful frame. And the same thing. This is a Tim Holtz banner, and we just used the sentiment on there. It says just a note.
And it looks all ripped.
It's very cute. And then here's a Spellbinders dress form that we used the pink cardstock. And then we die cut the little dress out of another piece of patterned paper.
Added some bling.
Added some bling, of course.
This is one of the reasons it's my favorite.
It is really cute. And over here, Kayla crinkled some seam binding that she dyed using Lindy Stangang and two shades of pink. And then we've got a little rhinestone in the middle after we created the little bow.
Beautiful.
And here's our flower cluster, you guys. Very similar to the other ones.
From our stash.
That one's from our stash. And
then these are from the package. And here's some Spellbinder leaves and a little doily.
Yes, and a little doily. So beautiful details, you guys. Very, very pretty. And that's our 5th card. So we created a total of 5 cards, and we also altered a cute little spool. Look at this. Look how cute. And of course, you know, we kept the sewing theme going. We had to alter a spool. And this is made out of toilet paper, a toilet paper roll. I took the toilet paper roll here. I cut 2 circle chipboard pieces, and I added them, you know, one on top. Well, first you adhere all the pattern papers, of course, and then you adhere the chipboard to the base and the top and the bottom.
That was very
or the top and bottom. It's very cute, you guys. I mean, it's super easy to make these. Very cute, but
and creative.
And creative, of course, if you say so. But again, you see the sewing theme. Let me just show you everything. I kind of have to speed things up a little bit because we're running out of time. And of course, this is the May Arts ribbon we used down here at the bottom. Very beautiful, but let me start from the top. So what we did here is, this is where we used the Black Magic cardstock, the one that, you know, you can sand it and it reveals the pink underneath. This is what we did. This is a Sizzix sewing machine die. It's a little Sizzlets, I believe. And what we did is, like Kayla said, we sanded the edges of it to reveal the pink underneath. We die cut 2 of these. So we adhered one to, you know, front and back so you could see the black. And then what I did here is I took, you know, the sewing pattern paper, the tissue paper. I took some of them and I rolled them up to create like these little rolls of pattern paper. And I have that one tucked in here. There's one up there, and then there's 2 down here, really cute, you know, to keep with the sewing theme. Here we have a pink I Am Roses flower from our stash. I've got a cute little bobbin here that we kind of inked a little bit with some, well, some white paint on that. created a little charm with a little thimble. Look how cute. Over here I've got a little stick pin that kind of sticks out. I've got this really pretty trim that goes all around the top. Some pearls over that.
Blue flowers.
A blue flower from our stash.
And some scissors from our stash.
Yeah, these are really cute, you guys. And all the little metal pieces are, I guess we use the pouncer tool with the white paint just to, so it wouldn't be so shiny, the silver. Over here we have two cute little spools that Kayla antiqued with vintage photo. Here we have doodle twine from our last design team package that we wrapped around the spools.
From our Valentine's Day.
And this is the cute Kaisercraft flower right on top. Very pretty. On the back of this, that's so cute, I added these cute little snaps because, it's like the back of a dress, where it snaps closed, so it's really cute. These are just snaps you can get in the Sewing Notions at your craft store. So they're really cute, and I just added those behind. And then we have another piece of that measure tape or tape measure trim, and it just kind of goes wavy along the sides.
Some more blue flowers.
This is some more turquoise flowers. These were white, and we used Ocean Breeze Blue by Lindy Stamking to color them, and then some white paint on top of the petals to tone down the color, because it is an awful bright color, but it's really pretty. And there's another one. Here's another one of the Spellbinders dress forms. We used that black magic cardstock. And then we sanded it a little, and we cut out 3 of these dresses. And the reason we cut out 3 is to stabilize the dress form a little bit, and then to make it, see how it kind of pops away from the dress form? It gives it a little bit more dimension. So it's very pretty. And we did back this dress form onto a piece of cardstock so that it wouldn't be so flimsy. So it's glued on there real nice. And I showed you the 2 little tissue tape rolls. Here we have a little chipboard button.
And another
spool with doodle twine, and Kayla inked it with vintage photo.
And another adorable
and another little flower. So it is a super, super cute little spool. I love it. I think it came out really, really neat. All of the edges down here where we added the chipboard are all inked in black soot. And see, we even covered the bottom, and then you can see up there the pattern paper. So it's very cute. I love the way the spool came out, and I think it's really neat. So it's a really awesome kit, you guys. You get a lot in there, as you can see. Of course, you can make a lot more cards than what I made, if you choose to go with a smaller size, but we wanted like some really big, chunky type of cards. So that's why we, used up all the paper as much as possible. But these are our cards. Let me just kind of put them out there. Sorry the video is so long, but it's a lot of... we did a lot, so a lot of details, a lot going on. So I really hope you guys like our projects, and you guys go check out Kathy's shop for all the latest goodies. And I know in the next couple weeks she's going to be carrying all the new CHA stuff that's coming out. You guys, it's all going to be there, so definitely go check it out. But this kit is amazing. I would definitely recommend this. It's such a beautiful kit, and it's not just for cards, as you can see. You can alter little trinket boxes, whatever you want, really. It's a beautiful kit. So perfect. Definitely go get your hands on it. I'll put the links below so you guys can go take a look. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, you guys. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you all real soon.